Hello and welcome to another video from me,
Box of Demons.
And in this video we're going to be going to the bottom of the ocean. Now there are many titles in virtual reality that I feel are all wave shooters, a little bit arcadey. But what I really want, not only AAA, God, I've got bags under my eyes and it's a little bit bright, let me look like a proper rock star. What I want from virtual reality is not only AAA, but I want narrative, immersion, presence, and graphics. And there are not many really, I think, AAA titles out there. Although Seeking Dawn is one, which I'm a beta tester for, which I will be giving you some amazing footage once the NDA is lifted on that game. But anyway, we're not talking about Seeking Dawn today. What I want from virtual reality is the ability to be able to go places and do things that you can't do in real life. So in this video, obviously, sink down to the bottom of the ocean and go scuba diving. I've got my open water license, but you know what I mean. I want to be able to fly up into space. I want to be able to control a crane and lift things, or get in a tank and do combat and things that I can't do in real life. That's the power and the immersion factor I feel for virtual reality. Now, I've been playing a little bit of World of Diving, and it is quite good, and I will be doing a video on that. But while we're deep down in the ocean, hoping that we don't get our legs bitten off by a shark, this game came along. So Operation Apex is the game that I found while surfing around on the interwebs, and I thought that looks quite good. A lot of the footage that I have seen from other YouTubers who've actually covered this game, there's too much of this going on. Yeah, that's all very well when you're in virtual reality experiencing it, because you don't get that fast motion because they're viewing it, but to view on a screen can make you a little bit sick even watching it. So I'm going to be very aware that my movement in VR for my viewers and subscribers needs to be slow and controlled. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So if you're interested in this game, I'm going to be covering a little bit more simulation games in virtual reality, and I also won't be putting my face on the thumbnails like this. I won't be screaming like a child. I think you'll know which one I'm talking about. Speaking at 1,000,000 miles an hour and being over exaggerated is just not for me. This is not what Box of Demons, the channel, is about. I will be brutally honest with you on all my reviews and all my games. If it's rubbish, I'll tell you. But remember, these are all just my opinions. It's enough waffle. You've come here to look at some virtual reality. So let's get the scuba tank on. Let's dive in. And let's hopefully see if we can find a great white. Let's go. Okay, so here we are at the main menu. Welcome to the Citizens Underwater Research and Investigation Operation. And these are the controllers, and you can see I've got a beautiful custom skin on. But we're going to go straight to the settings and have a quick look here. The first thing I always do is always turn the music down because it's always too loud. Comfort mode on. I want that off, please. And we'll get the subtitles on, which makes it a little bit easier. View controls. Well, we should learn that in the game. So there's no settings for graphics here by the looks of it. But the actual environment here and around me, like down here, is very sharp. So again, I'm going to try and keep my head movements fairly smooth for you guys. So let's begin our investigation. Comfort mode on, comfort mode off. Play training mission. Begin. Connecting to the relay. Some cool skins. Whoa, this is quite cool. Whoa.
Welcome. Now let's get the formalities out of the way. You've decided to join the Curio Underwater Drone Research Team. I'm Nat, and I'm going to be your mentor. I'm going to be training you up on how to use this rig to gather super valuable oceanic research. Now the network is divided up by relays. Each allows you to roam across a limited area. I've used my research rank to get you access to one of the deepest relays, column 239. It's currently the site of an archaeological dig. So, let's get you started.
Okay, so we have these little pod things in our hand, and it looks like you can actually see the Vive controller actually attached, which is kind of cool. So it's saying hold the grips and sweep the tools across your body to turn. Whoa, I don't want to do that again. That made me feel really rather sick.
And as we're in room scale, it shouldn't matter. So let's just pull one of the triggers here. Looks like it's forcing me to do it again. Yeah, I get it. I don't want to do that again. That's awful.
Hold down the triggers. 1 for standard speed, and 2 if you want to engage both fins and get going a little faster.
Okay.
Moving underwater takes a bit of getting used to, especially in VR. But stick at it, and before long, it'll be second nature.
Okay, so let's move out a little bit. Pull the trigger. And we're going to move out here. Let's just stop here for a second. So, we're obviously extremely deep. I don't know whether the ocean would actually be that blue in real life, but it's blue there. And immersion factor. Well, what do I think of this? Be better when this disappears. I think the blue, the actually amount of blue is killing the immersion a little bit factor for me, but the graphics are nice and sharp. Everything's crystal. Of course, this is the tutorial mission, so this is really not going to give us too much of an idea of what to expect. I really wanted a diving game where you went down in the bell, you know, it's dropped off the side of a ship and you went down deeper and deeper and deeper. I'm sure at some point we will get a game like that. We got some fish up above that look a little bit artificial, but let's continue on. I want to see if we can get a slow pace here rather than speeding across and just enjoy this strange thing up there, which I'm sure we'll find out what that is at some point. Okay, so it looks like, is it? Yes, it is actually controlled the direction by these. Here we are. Are we not here? There we go. There we go.
There are 2 ways to analyze creatures: scanning and luring. To scan, simply press down on the scanner button and point it at the active node on the creature. Scan all 3 of the urchins here.
Okay. So that's 1, 2.
Using both swimming and turning, head on up to the top of that rise.
Follow the trail up. This looks quite good, actually. This tube that comes down looks a little bit cartoony, but try and keep my head movements nice and slow for you to view here. But yeah, this is quite cool. Let's swim up there. Now, personally, this might be just a personal thing, but I would have preferred if we actually had some sort of jet propulsion system, a realistic thing, rather than fake fins coming out. I mean, I don't know if these are realistic. I've got no idea. I presume they're not, which is a shame. So let's head on up here. Let's get a little bit of speed. Oh, these things do move quite fast. Oh, let's get ourselves up here to the edge. A little bit further. There
to lure creatures, you'll need to generate mimics with your lure tool. You can do this by circling your thumb around the lure button and releasing it on the mimic you want. Go ahead and bring up an urchin mimic.
An urchin mimic. There we go. A 4-inch wide member of the kelp community that protects itself with an array of spines across its back.
Now that you've got your urchin mimic, look above and around you for that shoal of amberjack. Offer the urchin toward them to encourage them in for a lure.
I've got a tickle. Right. Can't set me visor off, obviously underwater. Right. So if we could get the tutorial sign out of the way, we might actually be able to see the fish. Here we go, there's one here.
Bingo. That's luring. Mimics are going to be your arsenal of holographic creatures to lure in predators. Speaking of which, the proximity transducer is detecting something coming your way. It's big, and it's definitely a fish.
It's not King Richard III, is it? It's floated down from the top.
It's got to be a shark. I don't know if you can hear me. It looks like Curio's entire marine network has just gone down. I'm not sure what just happened, but your security level is too low for the area. Without my clearance, you're going to get kicked. Wherever you end up, just make sure to stay.
Okay, so that's quite a cool effect, like a TV glitching. I can hear beautiful water. Curoscope and Vive Studios, and we've just had a shark swim past, so we know at some point there is going to be a shark in here. Room scale VR adventure. Awesome. Let's do this. Operation Apex. I've actually got my open water diving license, and I saw a Maori wrasse actually touched it, a turtle, lemon sharks, all sorts when I went diving on the Barrier Reef. That's where I did my training, and I always wanted to see some cuttlefish, and I actually saw a little, like 8 or 9 baby ones. Whoa, that looks cool. Now this is more like it. Okay, so let's get ourselves out here a little bit and have a look what we've got.
Are you there?
Yes.
Oh man, that's a relief. I've managed to secure the connection. Now you've been bumped to a dock with a lower security clearance, but it does look like you're still the only one left in the network.
Okay.
So, if we want to catch up with whatever that fish was, then you're going to have to complete investigations, improve your rank, and get back to the relay at column 239.
239.
Your investigation in this area is around the lack of sea urchins. They compete for food with abalone, which is a kind of sea snail. So my first suggestion would be to go scan a group of abalone. 5 should do the trick. I've added a zone to your radar where you'll find a large group of them. I'll do that with each new clue we receive. To progress through each dive site, you'll need to complete an investigation. Rest your thumb on the scanner to find areas of interest and have them added to your radar.
Okay. So, here we are at the bottom of this small docking area. And it looks like I'm going to have to do this to get rid of it. Right.
Excellent.
Okay.
Now follow your radar to these areas and make discoveries by luring, scanning, and searching.
Okay. So, here we are at the bottom of the ocean, and this really does remind me of World of Diving, another title that I will be covering. And the great thing about this is it kind of really does feel I'm at the bottom of the ocean. Obviously, I haven't got the pressure of the water and everything else. Look at that. That could be a lemon shark, maybe a lemon shark. The way that the kelp moves is very, very natural. It's really cool. I've got the sound of the water in my ears. Just actually quite nice. And this was only £3.50 in this Steam sale. So I put my arms out as if we're moving through water to make the immersion even greater. And let's head out through here. And obviously with this being VR, we can literally go in anywhere we want to. And that feels quite cool. Being able to float over here, and let's see if we can dive through this kelp. When it actually moves as well, the kelp has got physics. That is really kind of cool. This might be a good experience for somebody who's never played virtual reality before, and you want to show them an experience, a world of diving. And it looks like I've actually got a diving weights on as well. The buoyancy has not been set correctly. There we go. You see, I'm using my diving terms. What happens if we actually go to the top? Is it? Yeah, I thought so. We're going to meet the edge of the VR construct. But that looks really kind of cool. That is really quite nice. I'm sorry if I'm moving my head too fast again. I've got to remember to move it a little bit slower. So we need to find some abalone. So it looks like, there we are. They highlighted then, and we can see there's a couple down here. So let's work our way down into the depths and use our scanner. And here we have one here. This is an abalone. Of course, we can get up quite close. I do think people actually eat these. It's not something I would want to eat, but there you go. So if we hold this down, I can scan it. I can't actually hover in the water, if that makes sense, which is a little bit frustrating. I do tend to sink to the bottom. So let's scan. There's another one here. Have we got any more? There's another one there. Let's go over there. We've got to scan another one. Bring ourselves over here. So we need to scan one more Let's get ourselves up here, and we should be able to stand on the edge of this rock. There's a crab down there I can see, and there's one there as well. Let's go down and have a look at this crab before we do the next one. Particles in the water do help the immersion factor because it gives you a sense of actual water. And there's the crab. Let's get right down here. Let's get right down. I dive down here. I'm actually crouching right now. Can we scan you? Yes, we can. That's a red rock crab. So if you're wanting to learn about the creatures that are actually in this environment, looks like this game may give you that opportunity. We've got lots of different corals here as well. Nice water effect shimmering on the rocks there. I do like this kelp. It's really rather nice. So this should be our last one here. Let's scan this abalone.
There are a lot of abalone down here.
There is.
That's unusual. With that many mouths to feed, the urchin have pretty steep competition. Why are there so many?
I don't know.
And now for the not-so-easy task, scanning the urchin. Again, we'll want 5 to get us the data we need. You'll need to root around the rocks and caves to find these little guys.
So we've got caves as well. Interesting. Right, so let's bring up our... Looks like it's telling us to scan over... Let's scan over this way then. If we bring up our scanner, it's telling us... Now there's a question mark there. The investigation... Is it going to be blue that way? Let's head over this way then, through the depths. Let's get a little bit of pace here, try and keep my head movement slow again. Let's get a little bit of pace up here.
Abalone, abalones, abalones. Do you know what? I've never figured it out. Do you know what the plural of abalone is? Abalones, abalones,
Abbas.
abalones. It's definitely abalones.
Alright, let's stand here if I can get up a little bit. Let me just sink down to this rock. I'm trying to get myself on the rock so that when we land I can stay still. Is it going to allow me to? No, it's going to drop me off the side. So you can see the water above, you can see the fish here. They seem to be stuttering a little bit. In fact, they look like yellowfin tuna to me. I'm sure if we scanned them we would probably find out, but we'll do that in another one. What was the scanner button? Yeah, we're not going to be able to get those at this point. Scan over here. So what have we got here? That's not a lemon shark. I can tell you that because I've seen lemon sharks in the real world. I don't think we're going to be able to get one close enough to be able to scan it. No. Right, so we are looking for... What are we looking for? I've forgotten. Scan 5 sea urchins. And here we are, I can see them. Let me get a little bit closer to these fish. I don't want to scare them off. Quite cool. I'm sure we will be doing an investigation in those eventually. Also, we've got over here, see if we can find some urchins. I can see one over here on the side. Let's work our way through this little grove here. And there's one, and we've got another one higher up. Let's go up. There's another one here somewhere. There we go. Another one down there. In fact, there's a few here. Ah, there's plenty here.
It's a good job you don't have a body. Those spines have a habit of snapping off at anything unfortunate enough to get too close. So a lot of creatures keep their distance as a result. The scan shows that they're undernourished, just as I suspected.
Why is that then?
The network caches information at the relays before it's uploaded to the Curio Cloud network. There might be something of interest if we check it. You'll only have to get close and point your headset at it, and the info will download.
Didn't quite understand that. Point your headset at the urchin? No. Not quite sure what that was. Collect data from a local relay. Okay, let's swim through this cave system here. This is beautiful, nice and relaxing VR experience. So if you're looking for something that's not all action-based, these are the type of games I feel are really enjoyable. Subnautica is another one, although it's not fully dedicated to VR, it's VR compatible. And I think they do need a little bit more work on the menu systems in VR, and that game would be absolutely killer. Being able to make your base in 2D and then be able to visit it in VR is incredible. Right, collect data relay. So it's down this way somewhere. Let's give ourselves a little bit of pace. Let's swim up, because this is more enjoyable. The depth and scale feels much greater.
You're not too shabby with that rig, you know.
Thanks.
Does it feel okay?
Yeah, it feels fantastic.
I think you're... So, it's kind of good news.
Go on.
Thanks to a recent conservation effort, there has been a big improvement to the ecology in this area. But this means whatever is upsetting the balance is recent and having a rapid
pollution.
effect.
It's got to be pollution.
Too many abalone. Well, makes sense to check the abalone's predators, right? That's the local crabs,
Oh, we know where that.
and black sea bass.
Maybe it was a leopard shark
start with
then.
3 scans of different crabs.
Right, so we know the boat was down here. This is cool. This is brilliant. Let's get down here in this boat. It's not a King Richard III. I think that's part. I think that's supposed to be a rope. Right, so there was some crabs here. Let's get ourselves down to the bottom of the ocean. There's a crab there. There's one of them. Hey up, mate. Just gonna scan you, alright? There's one. I can hear another one creeping about the bottom. Yeah, World of Diving is another title that... There's one over there. This is where VR works, when things are up close and in your face. It's fantastic.
This crab's in the process of molting its shell, and it's nearly there. It's hard to see, but right now it's taking in seawater. Soon, really soon, its old shell will split and shed and float to the floor. Must be nice to be able to reinvent yourself like that. But, cool as it is, it doesn't shed any light on our urchin mystery.
Okay, so we need to find
Sharks
one more.
are vitally important to the ecosystem. Being near the top of the food chain, they serve to control many other populations. It'll definitely be worth getting a scan of one. You'll have to use an abalone or a crab mimic to even have a chance of getting close.
Okay. So that's our last crab there. So now we need to find a shark. A lemon shark. I'm going to use one of the crab lures. What are those? I don't know what type of fish these are. I'm moving way too fast. We're probably going to need a lure for those. So let's head over here and see if we can find a lemon shark. We're heading in the right direction. Maybe it's this way. Let's get moving. This is brilliant. If we get to go down to the depths and we learn things at the same time. Whoa, this is kind of cool. A pity we can't go up to the surface, but of course in Subnautica we can do that. And can we see any lemon sharks as we sink to the bottom here? Through the detritus. They look like tuna to me. This is fantastic. This is really cool. And we've got the diving rig down there. So we need to head this way and see if we can find the lemon shack. Keep your head movement smooth. And we found one. Okay, so now we're going to need to use a lure. I'm going to get crab lure. And here we go, here he comes. This is a lemon shark.
The activity of the leopard sharks in the area seems to be what we'd expect. If anything, they're enjoying the abundance of abalone. But there's simply not enough of them to limit the sea snail numbers.
See if we can get him to come back in again.
That leaves us with just the black sea bass. They love to prey on abalone. They're most likely involved, so let's go for an internal reading. Can you get us a lure? Offer them an abalone mimic. That should do the trick. They're protogynous hermaphrodites, so while they're all born female, they generally transition to males after between 1 and 5 years.
Sounds like Eddie Izzard.
Well.
Right, so I want to get another look at this lemon shack, so let's get another lure up. See if we can get this lemon shack. I've seen it. One I saw was about 6 foot near the barrier reef. The animation on this is very good. This seems a lot better than the actual fish. That is kind of cool. Yeah, as I said, I saw one of these just resting at the bottom of the barrier reef. Off you go, mate. Brilliant. That's fantastic. This shows the power of virtual reality. Absolutely brilliant. So we'll see if we can get our next fish, and then we'll probably end that as the end of part 1. So we need to get an abalure. So let's head on out this way. Brilliant. And why not? Why would we not swim through the kelp? Brilliant. Now, what are these here? Let's get ourselves on the rock here. Could these be black sea bass? No, they look like yellowfin tuna to me. So they're here apparently. Brilliant scale on some of this. That looks fantastic. So apparently we are in the right area here for the sea bass. Lure show of black sea bass. They said they wanted an abalone. Sea urchin. How do we get the abalone? Black sea bass, there we go. So they prey on the abalone. Oh no, is that? Oh, there we go, that's what they prey on. This. So now we need to find, crap, going mental there. We need to find the sea bass, which is a little bit this way.
Yeah, this is interesting.
Oh, that was them.
The shows that these sea bass are all female, due to some kind of hormone imbalance. The lack of males explains the low population. There must be something in the area that's affecting them.
Oh, the sea bass would be bigger.
Search the area. To affect the sea bass like this, it's possible that something's contaminating the water. We need to find out what.
That's awesome. So those are sea bass. We've scanned a lot of them. Oh, they're off. So there's something affecting the water supply. We'll go and have a look at that, and that will be our last section of this video. And it's over this way. Let's go for a little investigation. Don't know how long this video is going to be, but I'm actually quite enjoying myself. I hope you're enjoying watching this as much as I'm enjoying playing this. and search for the source of the contamination. It's going to be a pipe pumping out Douglas III, connected to some council gritter, pumping sewage out, no doubt, into the water
So
supply.
while you've been busy, I've been analysing the feed from our little
Oh, look
big
here,
fish
look.
incident back at column 239. Totally a great white coming out of nowhere.
A great white?
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. That's pesticide. So the food chain here is most likely contaminated. If you feel like doing everyone a favour, there's a recompiler in your scanner. Any trash you hit with it will be rerouted into fuel at the local dock. And no, don't worry, it doesn't do that to fish. You've completed the investigation for this dive site. The next area is now unlocked. Return to the dock when you're ready.
Return to the dock. Let's return to the dock. And that can be the end of the first part of Operation Apex, a game that's fairly cheap. Well, it is cheap. It's £4. So if you'd like to try this, let me know. Give me some comments in the box below if you'd like me to continue my journey into the deep as we stand here at the bottom of the ocean. This is really kind of cool, an educational tool, no doubt, but a VR experience that for the price tag is really rather good. I've been Box of Demons, bottom of the ocean. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, thumbs up, hit that bell, and help a new channel grow. If we can hit 50 subs, I'll be a happy demon.
So, pesticide was leaking from those barrels. That affects plankton and